Shawn, can you give us an update on Tony's situation? You coached this weekend, last weekend. You got to be coaching again this weekend.
Yeah, right now he's just unavailable. Myself and Tina and Courtney are running the show right now, and yeah, that's all I can comment right now.
Is he looking at the games, following you guys?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's very intrigued in everything that's going on, and just from afar right now, and yeah, he's still coaching.
How would you assess the games against RT and watching both of them on ESPN Plus? The Friday game, you guys were just tenacious and going out. Maybe Saturday was a little off on that situation, but we ended up losing in overtime. So how would you assess the weekend?
Yeah, I would say Friday we came out tons of energy. I thought we executed a lot more at a higher pace. We were making plays. We finished some pucks. We limited them on offense as well. So I thought it was a really good 60 minute performance. Obviously, home opener should have a little more energy. And then getting to the back-to-back on Saturday, I thought we were a little late on some of our plays and allowed them a little more opportunity to have substantial ozone time, which in return got us a little more tired. And yeah, I think they generated a little bit more than they got on Friday. I would say it was a big, you call it the TSN turning point, the no goalie interference call late in the second period that tied the game, and then they scored the next shift. So I thought that was a huge momentum swing for them. We had a lot of resilience though in the third, and to make it a tie game 3-3, and overtime just a tough break. Clara falling, and then it ended up being a 3-on-2, and the girl scored a nice goal.
Maddie, how would you assess the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think Friday we came out pretty hard, and I think that we were making quick plays and moving our feet a lot, and I think we kind of lost that a little bit in Saturday, and I think that we were almost second guessing ourselves a little bit. So I think going into this weekend we need to get back to how we were on Friday.
You scored 2 goals in that Friday game. How good was that? How good did that feel?
It was definitely really good. I got told during the intermission that it was actually my 100th game, which I did not know, so that was very exciting that I was able to do that in my 100th game.
Jill, for you, how would you assess the weekend?
I agree with both of them. Friday was definitely more of a fun game for us, high paced, making the right plays, just simple. And I think on Saturday it was a bit more complicated for us, and we just got to get back to our game for Penn State.
But you had your first career goal, being from South Glens Falls. How did it feel to be able to score in your home weekend debut?
It definitely felt amazing. Still think about it, but there's many more to come, so I'm excited for that.
How'd you end up choosing Union?
Honestly, it wasn't that hard of a decision. As soon as I stepped on campus, I knew that this was the one for me, and I was recruited by Josh, but these coaches are amazing, so it just feels like home.
Well, let's look ahead to this weekend. The nationally ranked Penn State's coming to town. You weren't here with the team last year, but they won up there. They split the series up there at Penn State. How big of a test is this for the team?
Yeah, it's obviously our toughest test so far this year. I think we got to get back to our game, which really we played the second game against RMU and really Friday night against RIT. If we can play on our toes and not on our heels and be able to execute with high pace the way that we want to play the game really every night, I think we got a really good chance to, I guess you could call it, pull the upset or surprise some people. I don't think it would surprise anybody in our dressing room. I think we understand what we have to work with and what our potential is. And I think, again, it's just everybody maximizing their potential and showing up on Friday, and then we'll work to Saturday.
Maddie, you were there for the upset last year. What was the key to winning that first game up there at Penn State?
Yeah, I think I remember we played that full 60 minutes and, 65 plus overtime, so we ended up winning that game in overtime. And I think that we were just rolling every line after shift, and it really showed how skilled we were. We could keep up with them, and I think that built a lot of confidence into us, and I think that that's carrying over from the girls who are returning into this weekend as well.
And how important will it be to play like that, starting Friday?
very, 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 very important. I think that we will need all players in on it in order to win this weekend.
Coach, obviously, this is an off season where you guys came in a little bit later than because of Josh leaving, and then you guys get brought in. Now you're leading the way, you and the assistants. So just how have you guys kind of taken on that challenge of you guys are already kind of getting used to a lot, working your way into this season, and now here you guys are leading the way.
Yeah, I think it's a day by day process. Luckily, like for myself, I come from a background of being a head coach for the last 6 years before coming here, and that was something that I think was really attractive for Tony and trying to get me here. It's been fantastic, obviously getting to know all our players each and every day, trying to get establish those relationships and try to buy into the way that we want to play the game, and I think they've done a great job of that. Obviously, there's going to be hiccups along the road and a lot of change, and we have a lot of new players as well, and I think it's exciting at the same time for our staff, and we'll all get back together here soon, and it'll be like nothing happened.